All right, so 8C again, frozen. Laws of logarithms. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to try and get the left side as a single logarithm. That's going to help us out a lot. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this 2 and make it an exponent. Okay? And then we're going to divide, because it's minus, we're going to divide this with the exponent 2 up there by this. So it's going to look like this. Log of x plus 4 squared divided by x plus 12. With the base 4, yeah. Okay, because they're both the same base, we can do this. We can combine them like that. And then equals 1. Okay. So is everyone okay with that first step there? Using the laws of logarithms. The power law and then the quotient law. All right, so now that we have logarithm on one side only, then we can now write it as an exponential. So this is 4 to the power of 1 equals x plus 4 squared over x plus 12. And then from there, it's a regular algebraic equation. And what you're going to want to do is multiply both sides by x plus 12, right, to get it out of the denominator there. So this is going to be 4x plus 48 on this side equals, may as well expand this top part too, right? So that's going to be x squared plus 8x plus 16. So you get this kind of equation, you gather like terms, see if you can solve for x. If you can't solve for x, then you might have to, if it's a quadratic, you might have to try and factor and find out the solutions that way. So let's see. Let's get everything over to the right side where x squared is positive. So if we subtract 4x from both sides, this is plus 4x, and subtract 48 from both sides, we get, what's that, 32? Negative, thank you. Not a positive, that's a negative 32. So that's going to equal now 0 on this side. So it is a quadratic, and you can do one of 3 things, really. The first thing is you can factor, use the zero product principle, right? Let each factor equal 0, solve that way. You could use the quadratic formula, and you could find the roots that way, or you could graph this and find the x-intercepts. I don't think you'll have a graphing calculator, though, for the quiz or test, so you might want to choose one of the first 2. So let's see if this is easy to factor. That would probably be the one you want to choose first. So are there 2 integers that multiply to negative 32 and add to 4? Looks like x plus 8 and x minus 4. So then your values, if you let each of these equal to 0, solve for x, you have negative 8 and positive 4. And then, of course, you have to check for extraneous roots. So make sure that each of these will, this has to be positive, right, up there. So is 4 going to work? Yeah, 4 is certainly going to work. Negative 8, okay, let's make sure negative 8 works. Okay, negative 8 is going to be positive on the top and on the bottom as well, because this is squared. So it looks like, as far as I can tell, it looks like both of those are going to be okay. Okay, so we got to take a look at those roots again, guys. Actually, my error here, you can't check this one. Why? Because a negative value in here actually shows up in the original equation on its own, right? So this cannot be negative. So the actual restrictions are the answers have to be greater than negative 4. See, because negative 8 actually would make this negative, which is no good. So you got to go back to the very original question to check those. So in that case, then actually negative 8 is rejected. So x equals positive 4 only. Okay, so just on, yeah, we got to go back to the original question there. Okay, everybody got that?